Hey guys, William Murphy here. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and it's less than 80 days to IMM. So I am starting to panic a little bit. In the last episode, we fitted some stuff to the bulkhead. And in today's episode, I'm going to try and get the subframe finished and offered up to the body and try and hopefully get it bolted in. That's the plan. So let's see how we get on. Right, so if you can cast your mind back to when we last did any work to this, we did the lower arms and the tie bars. And then I put a video up saying I fit the lower arms the wrong way around and the tie bars were also bent. So I've ordered a new set of tie bars that are straight, so they'll go from the front of the subframe to the lower arm. I'm just going to take the lower arms off, swap left to right, and be able to fit them up, and then rebuild the upper arms, fit the cones, fit the arms in, and then that's the suspension, well, the subframe complete. It's been sat around for a little while, so it's pretty dusty, so I'm going to give it a quick wipe down, and yeah, it should be pretty good. Right, okay, so the lower suspension arm has a smaller hole one end and a bigger hole the other. Now that is so that the ball joint can go through the bigger hole and then get tapered down and the nut goes into the middle. Schoolboy error, but these things happen, so I'll just swap them over and bolt it back up. I'm going to set it to the correct torque setting as well, and then the tie bars how well you can see, this is the straight one and this is the bent one, and you can see this kink just here. I thought that was the case because I've got about 5 of these with all about the same bends, but no. So I bought some new ones that have been powder coated already in a gloss black, so I haven't got to worry about painting them, just fit them to the car. So the front tie bar, because the bush and stuff are all brand new, bit of a tricky one to get on. So bit of a tip: if you remove the cut washer, it exposes a bit more thread. You wind your nut in, make sure you pull the bushes tight. You take your nut back off, you put your washer back on, you put your nut back on, sorted. Right, now the lower arms are all in and correct. I've still got to torque them down, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the upper arm. Do a quick wipe first. So this is the upper arm I built off camera. I just kind of built it on camera, but then the footage seems to have gone missing, so I will come back to this. So I've got my new suspension cone, a painted up trumpet, and then the arm. The arm goes through the subframe and it pivots on this shaft here, like this, and then the suspension cone sits on top, and that is what you get your suspension from. Right. Okay, so now I've got all the tools I need. I've got my spring compressor, I've got my sockets, I've got my spanners, hammer if I need to, and everything is there. So first off, I want to fit the cone up inside this little trumpet area. It's a bit tight when I put the extra layers of paint on there. Okay, there's a cap on the top and that locates onto there. Right, so while I lie here in bed editing this video, you'll see that I've turned the subframe around. So the arm that I had built was actually for the other side, so pretty annoying. But yeah, I've switched the subframe around 180 degrees and then I'm fitting it now the correct side. So I'm having quite a bit of difficulty fitting these, and I think because of the amount of paint I've put on the inside, just to give it that coverage. So I think the metalwork's built up, and obviously this hasn't got any smaller, so it's going to be a bit of a tight fit. I'm getting a little bit annoyed, but we'll get there. We will get there. So that pretty much concludes this episode. I've fitted the lower arm, the tie bar, the upper arm, the donut, the trumpet. I've fitted on, well, just placed on these new upper tower bolts, or tower washers, sorry. So yeah, it's time now really to go across to the other side. I'm not going to film that process, but what I will film is rebuilding the upper arms. So coming in the next episode is the rebuild of the upper suspension arms. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this content, please click that thumbs up button, comment down below, and if you can, click over here to subscribe to the channel. That's it. Have a good day.